Aloha, everyone, and welcome to Key to the Treasure. I am Neil Molokai Mystic, and this is my sidekick confidant.
I'm Nick with my angels.
And this quick little live stream is in regards to the quote of the day, which Nikki chooses from my book, Answering the Call Accidentally on Purpose. So, Nick, what is the quote of today?
The
Eh,
quote of today is from, of course, one of the chapters, but it's from one of the parts that are channeled because your book is a combination of channeled messages, story part, and teaching part. So this is a part of a channeled message. So those are not exactly your words, but words that were channeled through you. And it's from a chapter. Should I say the title of the chapter? Hmm.
So, yes,
Yes?
yes.
Yes. It's Dying for the Truth. And I think our community knows already that you had a near death experience, and it's from the chapter that you have that I mean that talks about this subject. Hi, Amy. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Amy and Janet.
Say hi to Naughty.
Hi.
So the quote says, "Your journey here is but a fleeting moment. Therefore, flutter and fly with joy in your heart."
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I I hold very sacred is the understanding that here we have time, and on the other side there is no time, and
Mhm.
so this experience for our higher self is really but a moment in time. You know, it's just a moment. It is the now moment, but it is just a moment. And if we look at how we experience time, and this is where I feel like I'm being drawn to with this, is when you are experiencing something that um, is difficult or is something that you want to happen so bad, but you're waiting and you're waiting and you time tends to move a little bit slower. If you notice that, it's like,
Oh yeah.
oh, I've been waiting in this ER room for hours, and these hours literally feel like they've doubled, you know? Even if it's 30 minutes, it feels like it's an hour. If it's an hour, it feels like it's 2 hours. It just seems to just crawl. But then when you're around people that you're high vibing and everything goes by so fast. You feel like, oh, that was an awesome concert, but it was so fast. And here you listen to 10 songs, you know? But it goes by so much faster when we're in a higher energy. And um, I think this is, if we can bring that energy, somehow enjoy the journey, even when it is a waiting for something, whether it's a waiting for a doctor's appointment or waiting for your birthday party to come on Saturday, you know, that waiting period tends to be longer for some reason. But if we think about time, it's our perception that really turns it into whether it's going to drag out or if it's going to go by really, really fast. And if you notice this year, it's already March. Where did the year go? Didn't we just celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's? And now we're almost at Easter, you know? And where did that time go and why did it go by so fast? Because we're in a higher vibration, because we choose to be in this higher vibration. And when we're in that higher vibration and we enjoy the journey, you know, it is but a moment. And if we were to look back on all of our experiences, because each one of us have stories, My book consists of stories of my life, but it still doesn't tell my whole life story. You know, each one of us has a story to share. And each one of those stories was an event, a moment in time, for us. So enjoy these moments. And when you're in a moment that feels like it's taking forever, bring in that higher vibration. Bring in the joy. The joy is not going to come from your external, it's got to come from you. You are responsible for the energy you bring in. So enjoy it, flutter, fly. It's a moment in time, even when it feels like it's taking all year. Look how fast a year can go. Like I said, we're already getting ready to move into more celebrations. And
Yeah,
last year's celebrations are but a memory in time.
I understand what you're saying, but when you say enjoy the moment, but sometimes it's a hard moment, it's a sad
Yeah.
moment. How can we enjoy a sad moment? Just
You-
asking.
In order to move through the saddest moments, is you stay in the energy that you want to be in once that moment is complete. Because then you're already experiencing the lessons. You're looking for what are the lessons, because the sooner we learn the lessons, the sooner we can move through that period. Because everything presents itself, whether it's in a lower energy or a positive energy. Because in that connection, in that web of life, there is that both that positive flow and that negative flow. So you have these energies. Which route do you want to ride on? You know. So if you, again, like yesterday's, everything happens for a reason. We can trust that the unexpected presents itself in a way that if we can walk through with trust and openness to it, trusting that it's for our highest and greatest good, then we're also open to finding and learning those lessons faster, because we know there's something here. There's something here that I need to grasp before I can move on. And so if you can stay in the energy of being open to learn that lesson and be excited about learning that lesson, especially the hard ones. Our best lessons come from some really strong trials, you know?
Yeah, the way I mean, I understand, of course, and the way that helps me go through these moments is that whatever you're going through in your life, you have already experienced in your life something similar. So
Hmm.
the way that helps me is to say, okay, I have gone through something similar. I have been sad before. I have been disappointed before, and it passed. So this too shall pass.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this is what I figure. I imagine myself in what I was after it passed, and it makes it pass faster.
Yeah, yeah. You can step into been there, done that. How did I do it?
Yeah,
And what are my tools, my strengths that will support me in learning the lesson in this manner, in this event? Because things come up and, you know, you recognize it. And when you can recognize it, that's when you're ahead of the game, you know. Um, Hi, everybody. I'm looking at everybody's names. Um, so your journey here is but a fleeting moment, and that's the overall message here. We're here for a fleeting moment. Remember, there's no time on the other side. Um, and so if we can stand in the energy again, like yesterday's lesson, that everything we encounter, especially the unexpected stuff, the big stuff that really catches our attention, there's a lesson there, you know. So if we can learn those and stand in the energy of, yeah, there's a spiral here. I've learned this before. I've tasted it before. Maybe you haven't eaten the whole meal yet, but you've tasted it and you've made it through it before. So enjoy the discovery of how the universe is presenting things for your expansion. Life is happening for you, not to you. So if you can find the steps to take to keep spiraling upward, it does help you move that time. You're not sitting in a lower energy for a longer period of time. You're raising your vibration, and time goes by so fast. But I love the picture, Nikki, and you did tell me about this because we I did want to know more about why you chose this particular picture. I love the light in the hand and all of those balloons. And even though you can't really see but the silhouette of the balloon, I imagine those balloons covered in these rainbow colors because I'm gonna go with the
That's
rainbow.
how they are usually.
Yeah, this um, but can you speak on what you talked to me about when you chose this particular picture? Because I
Yeah,
loved it.
when I choose a picture, I go, there is this website where you can pick pictures for free, and I saw many pictures, and when I saw this one, I felt it was appropriate for this quote because, first of all, like we said, it's a channeled message. It's a quote coming from God. And I felt that this hand, with the light in the hand, it's an open hand. It's the hand of God. God releasing you and me and each one of us to this planet to have an experience. It's like I'm sending you to
Mm,
have an experience. Enjoy that experience. And my hand is open for you to come back to the light whenever you're ready, whenever you finish this experience. So go and have fun. You'll come back to me. The light is there, and my hand is open always for you. He's not abandoning any of us. It's not like we're left alone in this universe to deal with some bad stuff. His hand, his protective hand, is still open and available and there. But he gave us this freedom to fly and enjoy the experience while being there watching over us. So,
that's beautiful expression, both verbally in your words and visually in this picture. And as you were speaking, I was hearing that song. Some of you may be familiar with it. Come back to me. It's come back to me with all of your heart. Don't let fear tear us apart. Don't be afraid of the journey. You know, and I love the image with that hand open and that light just beaming out of it, radiating out of it, saying, "I'll show you the way." You know, both both towards the adventure and back home. You know, but yeah, this particular chapter I think is an important chapter, and it really is an adventure, and we've chosen to experience it, and we've chosen to put all of our hearts into it. Imagine yourself going through an airport, and you have spent all of this time to prepare for this beautiful adventure that you're going on, whether it's some charity work or work itself or just vacation. But you've planned it, and you know that you're prepared, and you've got everything you need in that suitcase. You know,
yeah,
enjoy it, take flight. And this was the big thing. It's don't worry, we got you. I am the wind beneath your wings. Um, And if we could just look at life as this beautiful adventure that we've all chosen wholeheartedly, we made a commitment to it, you know? Um, don't give up before the magic happens. You know? Now says, hope this is okay to share. I have been through situations where I take charge and want to be a fixer, and I believe I have finally learned the lesson. I take the responsibility off of them to fix themselves, and I am so very sorry for that. This only ends up causing me pain. Why does it take so long to get it? Because you have a big heart and we're naturally called to support others. It's just finding the way to grant them guidance without taking their lessons away from them, you know. So don't beat yourself up for having a big heart. So we eventually learn the different ways to guide people without taking away their lessons. So, well, Nikki, thank you for the quote of the day, and thank you for the beautiful picture and sharing the interpretation as to what called you to that picture, because I think that really, it really speaks to how you are able to visually describe the words, you know. And I think I'm kind of rubbing off on you here because, you know, I always say you're the wordy, I'm the image person, but there's some blending going on because you're definitely on point with these photos that you share with the quote. They really speak to me, and I know that they do that because they've spoken to you. And thank you for sharing why you choose these pictures. It means a lot.
Thank
So, okay, guys, that is your key to the treasure for today's quote. Nikki, is there anything else?
you. No,
Good to go.
good to
All
go.
right, guys, enjoy your journey, flutter and fly. And until next time, it is aloha from me.
And good night from me.